Okay, it is June 27. Presidential debate date 9 o'clock. 1 hour from now for the East Coast. That very embarrassing debate will take place between two differently goon type American men who it's really very, very humiliating what they are doing. There's going to be people around the world watching this debate for a laugh. For a flippin' laugh at what a joke the United States has become. Yeah, it is June 27, 2024. Hello, everybody. So, I'm afraid to say that once again I am not feeling well, so if I ditch the live pretty abruptly, you'll understand why. I don't know how long it's going to be, but let's get into it. Hello, Justin and Wonder Why and Sandra and Andrew Cruz and Christy, Alicia DeMoss and Rage Against the Machine, Michael Mossberg and Barb and Lynn Bowen and Rick Yorkin and Tanya D. Hey, T. Lamb, thank you very much. Jane Northrup and Sith Trish and Angelos. Hi, Cecilia Amarati, Patricia White, Taylor News. Hello, everybody. So, yeah. What a friggin' nightmare we are living. It is embarrassing. We have fallen so friggin' low. And of course, yes, can't maintain smooth streaming. Never, right? It's hot here. It's, maybe it's just the musty smell from the roof collapse a couple of days ago, and oh boy, when that sun starts hitting this roof, the ceiling starts sweating, and I guess when they put a tarp on the roof, they also use a sealant, so that has been pretty stinky, especially when it gets really hot. So I don't know what's going on with me, but I am feeling, let's just say, not myself. Not my usual self, which is not good. Well, Elizabeth Rivard and T. Lamb, thank you for showing up. Oracle 11, ruled by fictions. Hello. So, why don't we just look at radar? And we've got severe weather. And look at this. And look at Louisiana, Lake Charles area. Well, that's our own Louisiana Skywatches area. And, well, those supercells don't look very good, to say the least. Neither do these in South Carolina along the coast. It's amazing. Even just saying South Carolina, brings me down. Well, for those who don't know, I used to live there, and I so desperately needed to get back, but that didn't happen. Also along North Carolina coast and North Dakota, South Dakota, but they exterminated very quickly. Montana as well. Well, let's refresh. Oh, good. They took the rate. I saw the tornado alert right in Louisiana Skywatches area. And Louisiana, Lake Charles Regional Airport, a confirmed tornado. confirmed. So there was a tornado in Louisiana Skywatchers area. The warning expired. I hope she shows up tonight and everything's okay. Right. And for the severe weather map, which I have to refresh. Oh, all of these supercells up here in the Montana and the North Dakota area. Well, doesn't surprise me. Got one down border of Mexico and is that Texas or, well, let's just read them, shall we? Yes, we shall. Yes, North Dakota, Billings, Dunn, Stark, Wyoming, South Dakota, Butte, South Dakota, and Crook, Wyoming, Butte, South Dakota, and Harding, Montana, Dawson, Richland, Roosevelt, Wybooks, I don't know, Wibbix, Billings and Golden Valley, North Dakota, Nebraska, Lincoln Perkins area, and more. Oh, that was Arizona, Pima and Santa Cruz. That one right on the border of Mexico. Wyoming, Johnson, Campbell, Crook, Weston, Billings, Hettinger, Slope, Stark, North Dakota. Just I hope everybody stays safe. Ooh, I got an excellent connection. Let's see how long that stays with us. So, we've got a whole lot of catastrophic weather, catastrophic flooding at the farm.
Some of our other fields are farther north off in this direction. Yeah, this is actually a road right here. Might not believe it. Here you do, but over here you don't. Because
that just jumped ahead 3 minutes. Look at the flooding. The farms are so being destroyed, and they are being destroyed with a rapidity that, well, is head spinning southwest Minnesota.
the last 3 days at my farm in southwest Minnesota, we've received over 12 inches of rainwater. And it's resulted in a lot of places that look like this where we're just inundated with water. For starters, I'm out in the soybean field right next to the farm. You can tell there's a bunch of standing water down at the north end of the field. Received a bunch of water that ran down across the road and started to drain into our drainage ditch here, basically submerging a bunch of our soybeans. Because of how fast the water came down, you can see it moved a lot of the soil around and silt on the top of the soil that's now covering up a lot of our soybeans, which these ones are basically going to be covered up from this silt, and it'll probably inhibit the growth of any more of these soybeans. So now we're starting to see a bunch of blank spots from some of the erosion because of how fast the water came down here. Moving along farther in this field, you can see where that drainage ditch has overcome where that tall grass is. It's supposed to just run through there. But because it overran it, it's all backfilling into the field. Now have a good 15-20 acres of just standing water, moving water even more into it, back out in this field. And I say that because that field right here is about 30 feet lower than this field right here on the other side of the road. And as you can tell, there is thousands upon thousands of gallons of water sitting on this side of the road that need to go under the road. Thankfully not over the road like the water was doing last night. And that gets drained down into this soybean field. So those soybeans are going to be underwater for quite some time.
The link is in the chat. You can watch the full 13-minute 43-second video. But it's not just Southwest Minnesota. You've got it in Iowa. You've got it in South Dakota and other areas. But yeah, we are going to be we're going to be facing huge food shortages. I understand that our food is poisonous, and some people say, so what? It's all garbage anyway. Yeah. Well, guess what? Would you prefer to eat whatever garbage is coming out of a whole lot of these fields, or not eat at all? That's your choice. Family prepares to lose store 2 after their home fell into Blue Earth River. So I showed you the home last night of right by the Rapidan Dam, and right, that house finally fell into the river. So they lost their home and their business.
Footage that captured attention here and across the country. A Minnesota home comes crashing down after a flooded river ripped through the ground underneath it. Now the family who lived in that home is also at risk of losing their business to the raging flood at the Rapidan Dam.
New tonight, we are hearing from that family. WCCO's Adam Duxter shares their heartbreak and the history that is falling away.
This feels like a death in our family. It really does.
For days, all Shannon Whittet and her family have been able to do is watch as the mighty Blue Earth River first took their home and now likely the business they've owned for more than 50 years.
Devastating. I think through all of this, we kept holding out hope. Now we're at what happens when there is no more store.
For years, the Dam Store, a place for pie and making memories.
It's kind of a destination.
We profiled the store into Finding Minnesota back in 2022. Now, memories, all that will be left.
My family's lost their home. They've lost their business, their livelihood, and their land will be gone. This isn't a simple situation of something happened and we will rebuild. The land is going to be the last thing, and it'll be gone. And there will be no more sitting in the booth with my Uncle Jimmy hearing a fishing story. There will be no more kids who come up to the bar and have their picture taken with sitting in the rocking stools. What happens from here? That history is now gone.
And while the river is expected to drop up to 5 feet by Friday, officials say it's still cutting away quickly. Whittet says while others may be able to move on when the water recedes, her family will not.
If this has shown me nothing about that we are not in control, we're not. I mean, the water is forceful, it's mighty, and it's going to go wherever it wants to go. It will make room for itself at the expense of everything.
In Mankato, Adam Duxter, WCCO News.
That is a very sad experience that these people are having to live. All the land is gone. Well, you don't rebuild, huh? Oh, boy. Well, again, I just have to mention that they use an awful lot of very powerful electromagnetic frequencies that can carve out the earth, create these sinkholes, do an awful lot of damage. So I don't know if it's just the force of the water, but water is very forceful, as we all know. And stick it with some electromagnetic frequencies, and then you got a real nice force. We don't know, but I will tell you, we don't have Mother Nature working anymore. So a lot of people suffering the consequences of, pure, unadulterated evil motherfuckers out there destroying life itself. Rising water impacts Twin Cities communities. Oh, fuck.
Morning, guys.
I can't stand it. Oh, very frustrating. Oh, great. Ah, YouTube. Yeah, T. Lamb wrote. Let's see. Will it let me? Come on. Come on. Come on. Nope. You're not gonna refresh. May just be me, but I feel like all platforms have changed to some extent. Algorithms different and posts seem different, and the whole cyber experience, my whole cyber experience has changed radically, dramatically. And frankly, it's not even a place I want to be. It never has been, but... So, okay, well, rivers, Missouri River in particular, still rising, and yeah, let's just try one more time. Let's see, come on, refresh for me. Come on, YouTube. Oh, we got, yeah, okay, and now you're not gonna let me. I do not have ad blockers. I got rid of them because I couldn't watch any video, but it doesn't matter because YouTube just won't let me refresh. No, okay. And how about this one?
The ripple effect of these severe storms.
Oh, wow, you're gonna let me play this. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Concerns over impact on food prices.
The ripple effect of these severe storms that hit the U.S. last night, but this time the Northeast felt the impact. Powerful winds sent trees falling onto homes. In parts of New York and New Jersey last night. Most of the bad weather this week has affected the Midwest, including historic flooding that damaged farming communities in the Midwest, raising fears that food prices will go up again soon. Jonah Kaplan of CBS Minnesota spoke to farm owners in South Dakota where soybean and cornfields were swamped by the storms.
You can see water was at least this deep in here.
Another day, another cleanup in Union County, South Dakota. This was Dave and
This isn't gonna stop. I'm telling you, the internet here sucks. It just is. It's really fucking bad. It's really bad. I am not feeling well. Sorry for the cursing. I'm tired. I'm frustrated. I'm really depressed. I'm so fucking done with this. What life? This isn't life. Well, some of us are actually still living life. A whole lot of us are surviving it now, and it's not fun. It's not fun. So you just want one thing to be working, smoothly, and nothing.
Judy Oberg's home on Sunday. Yesterday, they took us inside to see what's left of it.
You're going to lose furniture, you're going to lose appliances, but with this house, you're losing a piece of yourself.
That's right. It will never be the same. I've lived in this house my whole life.
Here's what they could save in this trailer. A box of important documents that includes the deed to all their property, which for generations has been used for farming.
This wasn't supposed to.
No, we're not supposed to have a beach here.
Collectively, Judy and Dave's extended family farms nearly 3,000 acres here. Now, most of their crop is gone before it's fully grown.
What's remarkable to think about is that just last week, all of this, hundreds of acres of soybeans, and over here, hundreds of acres of corn. What's also remarkable to consider is how much we Americans depend on these crops.
Corn and soybeans
Avenue and Hibiscus Street. And this is why. This was a huge inferno that fires have only just managed to get up.
Hundreds of storage units were destroyed, which means all of the people with their property stored have lost all of that. The evacuations in the surrounding area of this storage place were lifted so people can actually get back into their homes. But how is it that, like, it's almost like every fire now turns into a massive catastrophe, evacuations with property losses that people have to suffer all over. Lahaina, Maui hit by a dew. Unfathomable melted steel next to unscathed organic material.
Okay, this is Tommy Bahamas with the infamous blue umbrellas. Now you can see they did get a little melted here and there, but overall their ability to survive the inferno is pretty significant, not to mention these very dried out wood structures that are perfectly normal wood art, I guess you could say.
What if we banded together? Just us, a bunch of little guys, a bunch of nobodies, against the elites. Well, I have figured out a way to do that, and it helps the people from Lahaina that have also made what we call the switch. The website is switchforlahaina.com. I'll put a link in the description, but it's very simple. It's an easy way for us to vote against the elites, against the Jeff Bezos, the Targets, the Costco, the companies that, quite frankly, we line up every single month and give our money to. Why not vote with your pocketbook and give it to American-made, family-owned, and supporting families from this island? I think that's an easy choice. So please, I'd love for you to see what I saw that compelled me to make the switch. Switchforlahaina.com, link in the description. Thank you so much for checking it out. Until next time, Eric West out.
Continuing on here, these are the outlet shops.